Hey guys, Stavros here from RPM Auto Reviews. I'm at Peterborough Subaru in Ontario. The nice folks here are letting me take out the brand new 2020 Subaru Outback. This is the limited edition with eyesight. It is a 2.5 liter engine. The few turbo models that came in were already spoken for, so they're getting more in, and I'll be back to test drive the turbo one. Pretty much from the outside, it's the same car aesthetically. I mean, there are some couple of tweakings that they did, but for the most part, it looks the same. I'm not going to get into too much difference. The fog lights definitely are different than last year's, and the way the cladding, I think, is a slight tweaking in the design at the front here. But again, mostly the same. I mean, it's got the darker hard cladding at the bottom all around. Again, very similar design, similar rims and everything. The Limited comes with 18-inch rims. It is the Limited. The Premier does come with the lower profile rails, just like it did before. So this new one does have a proximity sensor, so you can be like a hands-free entrance for the liftgate. So, okay, it does work that way. If you press it, it does open on its own. All right, so cargo space is one thing everybody loves about the Outback. There's very good cargo space. It does have the cover here, and the good thing about this cover is the way it's designed here in a little loop, that if you're holding something and you want to, and this is covering where you want to put it, it's a little higher. If you just come with your elbow, notice the right corner there, and goes up and let go, it gets out of the way, and you can put your box in. So that's kind of a cool feature. It does have the latches for the seat folding down. Okay, that one didn't work. Okay, that one did. Now that one I had it set at the more reclined position. That one was set at the regular position. So maybe it needs to be in the regular position for these to work properly, because it's leaning back too much and didn't have the right release position. There are some hooks here for mostly for hanging, maybe a shopping bag. It does have the stronger metal tie down hooks here. It's got it on both sides. It's got the 12 volt adapter. You got a little bit more cubby space here. That's kind of nice. And under here, we do have and it does have a just so you know, you got just shy of 43 inches lengthwise from the bottom. And wow, look at that. And here we've got 29. It does have a button here, a lock button. So if you press this, when it closes, it locks all doors, not just the hatch. Let's check out the back seat. So the door opens relatively wide. As you can see, lots of room to get in child seats and all that kind of stuff. Lots of room in this section as well. There is a bit of a step up and over here. There is some gap here, about I would say 5 inches or so down. But the benefit of that is that what you've got, like the seating, you can have a very comfortable seating position and easy to slide your rear end in and out for seating position. One thing I like about this is that it has 5 positions for the reclining position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, actually that's total 5. As you can see, this one is in the upright position and this one's in the reclined position. So a reasonable, comfortable reclining position, and there's a few options in between there. So that's a nice touch. Okay, so I'm gonna check the comfort. So relatively easy to slide in. Now I'm around 5'6" with shoes, and I've got tons of room here. I would say probably, wow, we're talking like maybe 9-10 inches. Actually, I put my measuring tape away. There's room underneath here too, so for your feet. If the seat was further back, or if you're taller, there's room for your feet to go here. Okay guys, my hand test. 4, 5. Okay, well that's not fair. Okay, it does have 2 USB ports back here, and it has the heated seats here as well, and it's got, I think it looks like it's got 2 high and low settings. It's got the air vents back here too. You can turn it on or off. No climate control, but it's got the settings back here. That's good enough. The mat pockets. Now the leather seating in the Limited really is very nice, and these rear seats are very comfortable. We got soft touch leather here, soft touch leather here, more of a softer rubber touch here. Even this is soft touch. This is shiny plastic, soft touch here, and hard plastic down there. Okay, very nice wide armrest here with 2 cup holders, and it's very padded. Moving across, you can feel that it's not as comfortable. There's a bit of a hump underneath, yet there is soft touch and cushioning on your bottom. But of course, sitting here in the center, my whole hand can still pass my hand test, though their feet will have to be a little bit on the left and right of the hump. Okay, so I moved over and I put the seat at the front all the way to its more rear position. Now that's still a bit of a reclined position. It's not by all means too upright for whoever will be sitting there. So I just adjusted it because it was reclined too much, and still have like probably 3 inches here. So okay, so getting out, because of that hump, there is a little bit of a up and out to do for getting out. So just be aware of that. That is a little bit you can call it a bit of a negative. It's, you know, it is a hump to have to get in and out of. So we'll scoot over to the front passenger side. We have up and down, back and forth, and the tilt. Okay, here we do in the Limited, we have a nice chrome accent here and the turn signal light. Okay, here, back to the nice soft touch leather everywhere, soft touch rubber up here. Nice two-tone accent here with a matte silver. This plastic here I think is faux, not real, but I will double check and post below. Alright, so it's harder plastic down here. The usual buttons here. Now, a bonus for this year is the memory seats, which you can only get I think from Limited and Premier model. The memory seats this time do have the side mirrors adjusting as well as the seat does with the memory settings. So thumbs up for that. It didn't have it last year. Also note the blind spot monitoring does have the little light that shines up here, not over on the mirror. Another little bit of a cool little feature is this little Subaru symbol there. If you can notice, it actually has a LED light inside and it actually lights up. So over here, now this seat does have pretty much most range of motion. So no up and down vertical position on the lumbar support. The usual here. And the thigh extender, this one does have a thigh extender, but it's a manual one. Okay, that's the regular position. 2. Okay, it's really hard to play with, but you can probably get used to it. So it's got a few spots between here and there. Again, because of the 8.7-inch ground clearance this vehicle has, I got a bit of a step in to get in here. The most forward position, and my legs are crammed there. So, of course, I'm just showing that to show that if you really are someone short, like 5 foot tall, like my wifey, the seat has a decent height and forward position for shorter people. Now, the main difference for the new model has been this whole center console and this 11.5-inch infotainment system. The center console in the previous model came out a little bit more, and the cup holders were over here, so the armrest was a little bit longer in the previous model as it is in the Legacy. But luckily, it's a good size and it does come forward enough for you to drive like this. Some cars, like the CX-5, is so short that your elbow just reaches it, and you can only rest your hand if you, on the shifter, so your palm can be here. This one is long enough to kind of just rest like this if you're driving one-handed. So this has it's not as deep as some other cars, but it's got a decent size space down there, and there's 12 volt in here. A little section here for like a pan or something narrow. And it does have the button on the right to open up the whole thing, or the button on the left if you just want to reach into that. Good size cup holders. The left one's a little higher. We got the rubbery soft touch up here. It's hard here. This one little spot here is hard. We got softer here again. Nice soft touching here as well. Down here, plastic down here. We got even soft right here. Of course, all this is soft. This is soft all along here. This is soft here. Now down here it's harder, and it kind of curves in a little bit. So the way it curves in, your knee can rest. And now it's harder. It would be nice if there was a soft touch padding down here as well. But I guess for taller folks, maybe your knee will be up here and it will touch the soft. But for shorter folks like myself, it does, because it concaves in a little bit, it does give a better resting position. I forgot to mention when I was sitting here, this side has a small cubby which can fit, I guess, phone, pens, other little things there. The glove box is not that big, but there's room here. You got another little cubby here for putting something, and it's rubbery here, so it's non-slip, so that's okay. Over here, it's not a big size, but you can definitely put a phone there, or a few things you might need. There are 2 USB cables and 1 auxiliary. This one doesn't have the wireless charging. You have the parking brake here, shifter here, and you have the manual mode. This does have paddle shifters as the previous model did. The seats being perforated is very nice. Now, the Limited and Premier come with the heated and cooled seats in the front, so that's nice. The Onyx, I think it's called the Onyx Outdoor one, that's designed for more off-roading. It comes with some kind of special material that is cooling material and kind of like water resistant, something like that, so it doesn't get hot very easy, and it's water resistant. Now the Premier model does come with only the brownish Napa leather, no matter what color the exterior is. This one comes with this, I'm going to call it a dark gray. I think they call it a black, but it's really a dark gray, which I like. I don't like the dark black. And I believe it comes, some trim models will have the option of the cream seats. Overall, guys, this is a beautiful cabin. You definitely have a luxury feel. At least this plasticky thing here is more of a satin, so it's not too shiny. The screen, like last year, is still a little bit some glare on it, depending on where the sun is. So, I mean, the sun's coming this way right now, so it's not an issue. The steering wheel is pretty much the same as last year. All the controls on this side and this side are all the same. Information systems for adjusting are down here. The heated steering wheel is here. Lane keep assist here. Cruise control and all that settings are here. So this does have 2 analog screens here for your usual controls, and it has the digital screen like last year's in the inside for a lot of the other options like your speed and... Okay, so let's get to this huge infotainment screen. Like some others, I really wasn't looking forward to this part of the car. I really do think this is a great vehicle choice overall. I was looking forward to it's going to be coming with a new turbo engine because I don't want the slower engine option that this one has. I would definitely, if I buy this car, I'm definitely getting the 2.4 turbo model. I was a little concerned about this because, again, being all this soft touch, screen touch, and all these things, they may have built it very well, and time will tell. But of course, there's always a chance of it freezing, like these things can do, and having electrical issues. And if it's under warranty, they'll fix it. But this stuff is only under the bumper part of the warranty of most vehicles. So if that expires in 60,000 kilometers, if you don't get extended warranty, you'll have to pay for this to be repaired. When you have a lot of hard buttons, they usually last forever, right? So you don't have to worry about having an extended warranty for that. That said, it's reasonably intuitive. Some areas you want to get into, you may have to go in a couple of times to get to it. There is a car button here, so you can get right away by pressing one button. You can get right away to Vehicle Dynamics X mode, steering responsive headlights, driving assist, pre-collision braking, all those kind of things. Some other ones over here, cruise control warning lights, auto stop for the engine. So if you wanted to turn off the auto, this does have, the new models do have the engine auto off stop thing, and I was bashing them for adding it, but I found out that apparently it's a government regulation here now. So I think all 2020 model cars in Ontario, Canada, will have to have this engine shut off feature. So I think they're mandated to do it. Now this is like a 3 kind of section screen. Up here, you do have, here it shows Peterborough, and the temperature is 12 degrees. And you do have an X mode on off here, faster as well. I guess thumbs up for that, even though it's big, it's not as confusing as you would think it is, and you can save things where you want them so you can find them faster later. The climate controls are down here for temperature up and down, which is a good thing, and the defrosters for the rear window and the front window are here. Radio tune and volume hold here, though the fan speed is here. Okay, someone else was doing a review. Oh, so I had to press it a couple of times there. So if you go really soft, sometimes it doesn't pick it up, but I guess that's not too bad, as long as you know to give it a good little tap and pause. If you go too fast, it needs a brake to sense the next one. And if you hold it, it goes down. If you hold it, it goes up. And you can press here, and you can pull up, and you can put whether it's your feet and defrost, just your feet, the face and the feet. Now that I've seen it and a salesperson showed me something about it as well, I'm not as concerned about it as I was prior to coming here. So overall, it's kind of cool. Okay, so someone's walking there. I detected it from the cross traffic alert. Okay, so the backup camera, it's got the perforated dots and the lines that curve with you for as you're curving and reversing backwards and turning. Okay, I'm just testing the voice command.
Come again?
Find me fast food.
Please choose a search area first. Please choose a line number or say correction.
Number 2.
Line 2. Okay, I found a few results under fast food. Please choose a line number or say correction.
Number 5.
Line 5. McDonald's. Are you ready to start navigating here?
Yes.
Starting route guide.
Find the nearest McDonald's.
Say the house number, street, city and state.
Find McDonald's restaurant.
Okay, I found a few results under McDonald's. Please choose a line number or say correction.
Cabin is relatively very quiet. Okay, I forgot to mention the air vents. The position of the air vents are pretty good. I like it. They're nice and high. They're not down here with a hump in the way like the Buick is. So they're in a good spot, and it looks like you can adjust them to just miss your face if you don't want them to hit your face. And they'll come over enough to hit you in the face if you like that. Like my wife, I don't. So that's a good position for them. Usual position here is normal. So thumbs up on the air vent positions. Okay, so we do have the one sunglass holder here. It's not too deep, so if they're very curvy sunglasses, they will not fit in here. They'll have to be more flatter. Of course, the sport ones aren't. These sport ones are too wide. They're not going to fit in there. The information and the SOS options are 3 years with the vehicle, free. And then if you want to keep the subscription, you got to pay for it. But unlike, which is similar to the GM's OnStar, if you're familiar with that, right? You can push and ask where's the nearest gas station if you don't want to use a GPS, or if you don't have it, navigation, and you have the SOS to call for help. Visual map lights, of course. All right, the usual thing there. And they slide back and forth. There we go, we like that. It's got the handles, both in front and back. Overall, I really like this car. Right now, I think it's top of my list for which car to potentially buy. So guys, I have to say, it's really a comfortable car. The seats are well cushioned. The backrest is well cushioned. Overall, I'm actually really liking this Subaru Outback. Still has a comfortable ride like they said it would. It seems like it's true that it handles a little bit better with the new platform. And it does have last year's did as well. It does have the adjustment for the seatbelt height. The two cameras you can see there for the eyesight system was only available in the Touring and Limited as a package. And I believe it's standard now from the base model up.